They arrived in famine ships, but now fly in the most expensive private jets. These Irish-American families have come a long way, not only living in America, but shaping and owning it with multi-billion-dollar empires. But who are these families, and how did they manage to build empires from nothing? Today, we're counting down the wealthiest Irish-American billionaires, people whose grit, innovation, and ambition turned heritage into empire. Stick around, because the #1 spot will leave you speechless. Number 10. Robert Bobby Cornelius Murphy. Net worth $2.3 billion. The Murphy family is a vivid example of a modern billionaire lifestyle that many can only dream of. They live quietly but lavishly, surrounded by elegance and technology, and at the center of it is Bobby Murphy, owning luxurious properties across California. This includes a stunning $14.5 million beachfront mansion in Venice and a sleek $6 million home in the heart of Los Angeles. His world is filled with minimalist art, futuristic architecture, and exclusive vacations across Europe and Asia. Every inch of his life mirrors the digital empire he helped create, which is refined, youthful, and visionary. But it all started with a young man who saw the world through a different lens. Born in California to an Irish-American father and a Filipino mother, Bobby's early life was simple. While studying mathematics at Stanford University, he met Evan Spiegel, and together they built Snapchat, an app designed to creatively generate cameras. What began as a college project soon turned into a cultural phenomenon, revolutionizing social media and reshaping how the world communicates. Today, Bobby serves as the Chief Technology Officer of Snap Inc., the company behind Snapchat, valued in the billions. But despite his fortune, Murphy avoids the celebrity spotlight. Instead, he channels his success into philanthropy through the Snap Foundation, supporting arts, youth education, and technology access for underprivileged communities. Bobby Murphy's story is proof that quiet innovation can lead to extraordinary wealth. And if you think tech geniuses have the monopoly on modern success, wait till you meet the next name on this list. Number 9. Timothy Boyle. Net worth $2.5 billion. The Boyle family embodies the spirit of refined adventure. Their homes are nestled among the scenic landscapes of Oregon, surrounded by nature yet built with the sophistication that wealth brings. Timothy Boyle's estate is a mix of rustic elegance and modern luxury, filled with artwork, custom-built furniture, and reminders of the outdoor lifestyle that made his family rich. Private jets, ski trips in the Alps, and summer escapes to the Oregon coast define their downtime. It is a lifestyle built on comfort and exploration, blending simplicity with grandeur. But it all started with a family crisis. When Timothy was still in college, his father passed away suddenly in 1970, leaving the family business, known as Columbia Sportswear, in peril. His mother, Gert Boyle, stepped up to lead, and Tim joined her to rebuild what was then a struggling hat company. Through sheer determination, creativity, and hard work, they transformed it into one of the world's largest outdoor apparel brands. Under Tim's leadership, Columbia Sportswear has expanded globally, becoming a household name for outdoor enthusiasts. The company's innovations in waterproof, windproof, and insulated gear revolutionized the market. Columbia products now reach over 70 countries, generating billions in revenue each year. Timothy Boyle's life is an example of resilience rewarded. From near bankruptcy to international success, his journey shows how grit and vision can turn hardship into prosperity. And speaking of resilience, the next Irish-American billionaire built his fortune by helping others protect theirs. Number 8. Patrick Ryan. Net worth $2.8 billion. The Ryan family's world is one of quiet luxury and polished prestige. Their Chicago penthouse overlooks Lake Michigan, while their secondary residences in Naples, Florida, and Aspen, Colorado reflect refined taste and understated wealth. Elegant cars, private club memberships, and high-end philanthropy events are part of their day-to-day rhythm. The Ryans are known for their generosity, class, and civic presence. Their wealth feels as stable as the industry that made it. But it all started with one man's vision to make risk management his greatest opportunity. Patrick Ryan was born in Illinois to a hard-working Irish-American family. After graduating from Northwestern University, he founded a small insurance agency in 1964. Through sharp business instincts and relentless work, Ryan built Aon Corporation, one of the largest insurance brokerage and risk management firms in the world. Aon's success transformed Ryan into one of Chicago's most respected business leaders. His ability to anticipate market shifts and his commitment to innovation made his company a global leader. Even after retiring from Aon, Ryan continued to build new ventures, including Ryan Specialty Group, which today serves as another billion-dollar enterprise. Outside business, Patrick and his wife Shirley are deeply committed to philanthropy. They've donated hundreds of millions to education, healthcare, and community projects, helping shape Chicago's skyline and spirit. Patrick Ryan's story proves that you don't need to chase fame to achieve greatness. His brand of wealth is quiet, powerful, and deeply rooted in values. And the next billionaire on our list shares that same intensity, though his empire is far louder. 7. Vincent McMahon. Net worth $3.3 billion. The McMahon family lives a life as bold as the entertainment empire they created. Their mansion in Greenwich, Connecticut, stands as a testament to power, complete with vast grounds, marble halls, luxury vehicles, and a personal gym that could rival a professional arena. Their lifestyle includes private jets, tropical vacations, and invitations to the world's most exclusive social circles. To say their lives mirror a movie script would not be an exaggeration, but it all started with a family business and a man with relentless ambition. Vince McMahon, the grandson of Irish immigrants, inherited what was once a small regional wrestling promotion from his father. He envisioned something much bigger. In 1982, he bought the company outright and transformed it into World Wrestling Entertainment, known today as WWE. Under Vince's leadership, wrestling evolved from local shows to a global entertainment industry. Through innovation, charisma, and bold marketing, he created spectacles like WrestleMania and made WWE a multi-billion-dollar brand watched by millions across the world. McMahon's business acumen and showmanship turned athletes into celebrities and a niche sport into pop culture. Despite controversies, lawsuits, and business rivalries, his persistence never wavered. His wealth may have been built on staged fights, but the success behind it was entirely real. Vince McMahon's empire proves that vision and courage can turn a single ring into a global stage. But our next billionaire didn't rely on lights and cameras. Number 6. Robert McNair. Net worth $3.8 billion. The McNair family's life was defined by grandeur and generosity. Their sprawling Houston estate was more than a home. It was an American castle complete with art collections, manicured gardens, and horse stables. Robert McNair's passion for excellence extended beyond his properties. His family owned luxury cars, traveled by private jets, and moved in circles that included top political and business leaders. His legacy in Houston is woven into the city's identity, but it all started with a man who believed in creating power, both literally and figuratively. Born in North Carolina to an Irish-American family, Robert McNair began his career as a businessman with an eye for opportunity. In 1983, he founded Cogen Technologies, which became one of the largest power generation companies in the United States. When he sold it to Enron in 1999 for $1.5 billion, McNair became a billionaire almost overnight. Not content to simply enjoy his wealth, he used it to bring football back to Houston. Purchasing the city's new NFL franchise, he founded the Houston Texans, turning them into a symbol of pride for the region. His philanthropic spirit shone through the Robert and Janice McNair Foundation, which continues to support education, medical research, and civic development long after his passing in 2018. Robert McNair's journey reminds us that real power lies in building something that lasts. From energy to sports, his name became synonymous with success, discipline, and generosity. And as we move further up this list, the fortunes only grow grander. Number 5. Jack Dorsey. Net worth $6.3 billion. The Dorsey family lives a lifestyle that seems almost designed by the future itself. Their residences span from a high-tech glass home in San Francisco overlooking the bay to a serene retreat in French Polynesia, where Jack often escapes for meditation and reflection. He is known for his minimalist luxury, which are rare in detail but grand in design. His days blend between private island getaways, silent retreats, and art-filled spaces that reflect his deep love for technology and simplicity. But this world of peace and privilege started with a mind that refused to accept limits. Jack Dorsey, born in St. Louis, Missouri, to a modest Irish Catholic family, showed fascination for maps, patterns, and communication from an early age. That curiosity led him to create something that would change the world forever. In 2006, Dorsey co-founded the famous Twitter, a social platform that gave people the power to share their voices in real time. Years later, he launched Square, now known as Block, a financial technology company that revolutionized how small businesses accept payments. Through innovation and persistence, Jack reshaped how people connect and how money moves around the globe. Dorsey's story is about breaking barriers quietly but effectively. He doesn't flaunt his wealth with noise but with style, and the calm confidence of a man who knows he has already changed the world. And as the digital pioneer retreats to his island paradise, our next billionaire brings his empire much closer to home. Number 4. Charles Dolan. Net worth $6.7 billion. The Dolan family's wealth shines in every sense of the word. Their New York estate is surrounded by perfectly trimmed gardens and modern sculptures. Private jets, art collections, and access to elite Manhattan circles are the hallmarks of their lifestyle. The Dolans own luxurious properties across Long Island and Manhattan, including a waterfront mansion that stands as a symbol of their long-standing media legacy. This remarkable fortune all began with Charles Dolan, a man with vision far ahead of his time. Born into an Irish-American family in Cleveland, Ohio, Dolan's career started in the 1950s with a film production business. But his real breakthrough came when he founded Home Box Office, better known as HBO, in 1972, revolutionizing how people watched television. Dolan didn't stop there. He went on to create Cablevision, which became one of the largest cable providers in the United States. His ability to merge entertainment, technology, and accessibility made him a true pioneer of modern media. Through his ventures, Dolan transformed television from a passive experience into an intimate connection that entered millions of homes. Even in his later years, his influence continues through his family's stakes in AMC Networks and Madison Square Garden. The Dolan legacy remains intertwined with American culture, reminding us that entertainment can be as powerful as any empire. But while Dolan ruled the world of screens, our next billionaire chose to rule both the airwaves and the land beneath them. Number 3. John Malone. Net worth $7.5 billion. The Malone family lives among rolling hills and sprawling estates that could easily belong to royalty. John Malone owns more land than any other private individual in the United States, reaching nearly 2.2 million acres, including ranches in Colorado, forests in Maine, and even castles in Ireland. His family's portfolio stretches across continents, a true display of power and prestige. Their homes are filled with priceless antiques and art that reflect their deep appreciation for heritage and wealth. Malone's success story is one of intellect, patience, and strategic brilliance. Born in Connecticut to Irish-American parents, he attended Yale and Johns Hopkins, where his analytical mind was honed for the world of business. At just 29, Malone became CEO of Telecommunications Inc. (TCI), a small cable company that he transformed into an industry giant. Known in the media world as the Cable Cowboy, Malone negotiated with precision and foresight, eventually selling TCI to AT&T for more than $50 billion in 1999. Even after that monumental deal, he continued to expand his wealth through investments in Discovery Communications, Liberty Media, and Formula One. Despite his enormous fortune, Malone is known for his reserved nature. He once said he values peace over publicity, preferring his vast ranches to red carpets. His empire stretches far beyond screens. It touches the earth itself. But from land to leadership, our next billionaire proves that commanding the airwaves can make you just as powerful. Number 2. Jim Kennedy. Net worth $9.3 billion. The Kennedy family represents the height of American sophistication. From private art galleries to custom yachts anchored along the Florida coast, their homes are grand, elegant, and filled with symbols of legacy. Family gatherings are held in estates that overlook endless gardens and fountains, reminding guests that the Kennedys are not just wealthy, but part of American history itself. Jim Kennedy inherited this world, but he also transformed it. Starting as the grandson of James M. Cox, the founder of Cox Enterprises, Jim became the driving force that propelled the company into the modern age. When he took over leadership in the 1980s, Cox was a regional media group. Under his guidance, it expanded into a national powerhouse with holdings in broadcasting, telecommunications, and digital services. During his two-decade tenure as CEO, Kennedy grew the company's revenue from $1.8 billion to more than $15 billion. His leadership not only preserved the Cox legacy, but expanded it beyond what anyone thought possible. Even outside business, the Kennedys are deeply involved in philanthropy, supporting education, healthcare, and environmental initiatives. Their combination of power, elegance, and compassion makes them one of the most respected families in corporate America. But while the Kennedys reign in the media, the next name on our list dominates the world of finance. Number 1. Ken Griffin. Net worth $42.3 billion. The Griffin family lives a lifestyle that even the world's richest envy. Their wealth stretches across the sky in more ways than one. Ken Griffin owns some of the most expensive real estate on earth, from a $240 million penthouse in New York overlooking Central Park to luxury homes in Chicago, Miami, London, and Palm Beach. His properties alone could fill a magazine dedicated to architectural dreams. Private jets, rare art collections, and one of the most significant philanthropic footprints in America define his world. Griffin's art acquisitions include masterpieces by Pollock and Cézanne, while his donations, totaling over $500 million, have transformed universities and museums. He is a man who lives at the intersection of wealth and influence, shaping not only markets but entire institutions. But his journey to the top is one of ambition and precision. Born in Florida to a modest Irish-American family, Griffin's rise began at Harvard University, where he started trading stocks from his dorm room. That single decision laid the foundation for Citadel, the hedge fund he would later build into one of the world's largest financial firms. Today, Citadel manages hundreds of billions of dollars in assets, and Griffin's leadership has made him one of the most powerful figures in global finance. His disciplined approach to investing and his strategic foresight have earned him both respect and admiration in the business world. Ken Griffin's story is more than a tale of money. It is a testament to what vision, timing, and relentless focus can create. From humble beginnings to high-rise dominance, his success crowns him as the richest Irish-American and one of the most influential billionaires alive today. Which of these families impressed you most? Tell us in the comments. Hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories like this.